Alright, boys. Here we are. It's time. The time hath cometh for me to, actually get back into the groove of what I actually like doing instead of just garbage. And I promise I will eventually stop, you know, posting something about this show like every every 4 days. But I think I could still squeak a bit of mileage out of it before I get a cease and desist in the mail. So if you remember, right, February 5th, I made a 47-second video where I said that Hazbin Hotel is bad. But let me, it's time. All right, I've watched it again since then. I've matured in the past, almost exactly 2 months now. So it's time for me to share my new perspective. All right. So basically, it's not inherently a bad show. It really does a lot of things that really annoy me. I think I can't get over or around this, and I know that this is, I gotta be a timeless dirtpad classic where, oh, your critique boils down to I don't like when the funny men start singing, and it's like, all right, bro, but like, let's be real here, right? Let's be real here. There's too many songs in the Hazbin Hotel. It's what, eight episodes, each 20 minutes ish. Now, how in the shit are you gonna fit 16 songs into 160 minutes of show? There's no way you can do that without it being really fucking stupid. Like, I don't know why they decided that was a good idea, but it worked out exactly how I figured it would when I noticed that that's what they were doing. And that's that most of the songs, they're not that good. Like, I know that there's a lot of people who are like, no, the songs are flawless, you need to shut the hell up, or whatever, because they don't have critical thought or object permanence yet. But hear me out for a second, right? I've talked to a few people, and I'm not talking about like, I messaged my mate Octixmo who said that the show was shit, so I just took his word for it. I mean, like, I've talked to actual people who, like, got combative with me over me saying that it's bad, and like, that actually like the show a lot. Like, probably more so than I do. And I think everyone agrees with me that there's maybe 4 songs out of the entire 16 song fucking, what would you call it? Fucking repertoire that are like actually worth listening to. Like, because if you skip the rest of them, or even these really, if you skip the songs, you don't really lose anything. In fact, you save time, because, alright, I have the soundtrack open on Spotify right now, right? I can see maybe 3 songs that I've heard people actually say that they like. Hell is Forever or whatever. Sure, that's, yeah. I mean, sure, whatever, right? I'll allow that, because, while it's not my cup of tea, it's alright, And the other 3 songs that keep coming up are Loser Baby, Poison, and Stayed Gone. That's the 4 songs out of the 16 they made that like come up in discussion about like which of the songs are actually good. Just to, a quick step aside again, I find it very strange how the song where the 2 characters that I believe are supposed to be Hispanic are fighting, it's castanets and Spanish guitar the whole time. Now, I asked some of my more sensitive and politically attuned friends if this was kind of racist, and they said it was. Now, I'm not saying that I believe that. What I am saying is that it's really fucking funny, because it just comes across as stereotypical. So, when vivziepop inevitably completely loses their mind and stops paying her employees at all, it has to resort to hiring maestros like me. Don't be surprised if one of the 16 songs on the soundtrack is the Estonian national anthem. And you know, I I gave it a little bit of thought, right? And I put in like actual effort into figuring out like what differentiates these songs, because like theoretically if they were all written by the same team, they should have like the quality should not be so sporadic, right? I mean, sure, everybody has a flop and a success every now and then, but you know, giving it thought, I realized which songs are ass. It's the fucking Charlie songs, dude. Oh my god! I know that a lot of people are like, no, but Charlie is objectively right about everything, and you know, is the good main character, and like, while that might be true, it is really hard for me to like watch any scene where Charlie partakes at all, really. Like, she's so condescending. Like, I don't know. There's no other way to put it. Like, just fucking god damn it, dude. And then, of course, you know, you'll get people who are like, oh, well, you can be condescending if you're right. But like, that is such a brain-rotted mentality, because that everyone thinks that they're right. You think the people who go out in the street and march about how gay people should be illegal don't think that they're right? Do you think they don't get condescending? Like, you can be right and still be an absolute toilet for expressing your opinion, because if you go about it the wrong way, you're going to piss people off. It's going to be annoying and no one's gonna like it. Which is why I feel like, you know, I feel like it would benefit from distancing from Charlie. That, or, you know, someone just fucking really just fucking bops her one and just puts her in her place for good. But, you know, fuck it, maybe I'm just a hater, right? And I mean, speaking of the characters overall, like, you know, there's some alright ones. I mean, you know, none of them really click with me on the level that some of the Helluva Boss characters do, because, you know, personal reasons. But I you know, I mean, that, again, that Rolodex is very consistent of what characters people actually like, I feel. And I'm pretty sure I've heard more people say that they like Adam, you know, the guy who was written to be an asshole and an idiot. I think more people say that they like him than they like Charlie, which is, you know, it's always a nice one. I don't think anyone said that they like Vaggie, like, even at all in a discussion of favorite characters. I think I have seen some people talk about Alistair, which, whatever, right? That's a whole can of worms that I cannot put into words right now. Almost put into worms. Fucking hell, I'm losing it. I'm gonna, how do I put this? I'm not gonna say anything for or against Mommy. You know, I feel like that would be unfair. Most people say they like Angel Dust, which, I mean, fair enough. You know, he's alright. And he's definitely, there's space to tell an interesting story there. Sorry, I keep remembering the whole thing with them getting someone who had a rape kink to write a sexual assault scene, and I can't help but laugh because of how absurdly stupid that is. You would think they would have noticed that before they, you know, even had the like, before it would be called cutting it out instead of, you know, just binning it from the get. But I digress. That's definitely, you know, Angel Dust is an interesting character, that's for sure, and goes through a very sharp character arc in the first season, which, you know, I mean, fuck it, right? At least something's happening, you know. It's not like Helluva Boss where you're like, wow, this show is great, and then you look back on it and you realize, wow, nothing has happened. Like, we've had 8 adventures that are effectively inconsequential to the universe that we are working in and the characters within there. But, you know, saving the best for last. Personally, I'm a huge fan of Sir Pentious. I think he's a really well done character, and again, goes through a massive character arc. Well, I won't say I'll say, you know, a sharp one, because massive implies, you know, grandeur. It wasn't really all that big. But, you know, I like it. I like it. It was good. I like that part. Also, I'm gonna take a quick step aside in the characters section here to put a little dig on a certain group of people, and that is the people who simp for Valentino. I don't know what the hell is going on with that, but I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't want to see it. And if I see it, well, I'm going to be upset. I'm not gonna be angry. I'm going to be sad. The same thing applies to the person whose weird art I found of Angel Dust X Vox. I don't get it at all. I like, what the fuck? I mean, more power to you, but at the same time, hello? Oh, holy shit, dude. I completely forgot about, what the fuck is the guy's name? Husk? It's fucking stupid, edgy name. But yeah, I mean, some people like him, I guess. Personally, to me, he was very forgettable. It's just kind of, oh, look at me, I'm edgy alcoholic guy, guys. Look at this. Which, I mean, you know, maybe that works for you, but growing up in Eastern Europe, I don't find edgy alcoholics all that entertaining. I know enough of them. I don't need more on my television screen. Yeah, I mean, if the goal was to make Charlie really unlikable, then good job. If that was not the intent, there's a problem here, and someone needs to look into it. The two critiques that I've made so far, let's condense them into 2 little pinpoints, and that's less songs and less Charlie. As a consequence of the songs taking up such a fucking portion of the show, it just, like, there's a sense of whiplash when it ends, because you realize that everything, like, all the characters have gone through a sizable transformation, except Charlie, of course, because why would Charlie ever change? But, like, right? But there's a sense of whiplash, because out of the 160 minutes of what the fuck you just watched, like, alright, let's see, right? I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna actually look again at the song lengths. Some of them are 1 minute. Some of them are 3.5 minutes. So, I'm gonna just, you know, get a middle ground. They look to be about, it's evenly, so let's do 1.5, 3, let's be generous, 3 minutes, we'll have that be the upper end, and divide that by the 2 numbers we put in. That is about 2.25 per song. Now, that's times 2, that's 4.5 minutes per episode, and times 8, that is 36 of the 160 minutes of the episodes that you've just watched that has just been songs. And, well, let's say that you are a person who does not like the songs, such as myself for the most part. The sense of whiplash is undeniable, because, like, it just breaks the flow, like, completely. Like, you can feel them start to sing, you go, and then next thing you know, the episode's over, right? Because, you know, that whatever, fucking 4 minutes per episode devoted to nothing but songs leaves you with about a 15-minute episode, which is shorter than most YouTube videos these days. And it's just like, you know, wow. No time has elapsed. Nothing of real, like, substance has occurred, but everything is different now. So as a result, when I reached the end, I was like, wait a minute. those 6 months that they were talking about is like already up. Like, holy shit, it's been like 2 minutes, dude. Fuck. Fuck it. Maybe, right. Maybe if you aren't living in the current age and you watch one episode a day or like a week, you know, trying to adhere to the TV formula or some shit, maybe, maybe, maybe you'll be able to avoid that. But I cannot imagine watching all of it in one swoop and like not being a little bit surprised at how little has happened, yet everything has changed. I think that's enough unhinged blabbering right now. I think I'll be sure to uh you know post more Hazbin opinions later, just because, you know, uh nothing else interesting is happening in my life and I cannot be bothered to find other web cartoons. So here we are. I'm sorry if you if the show has like any actual personal value to you, because, like, you know, I did kind of just, I wouldn't say I shit on it, but I did. I you know, it could be misconstrued as I was a bit harsh, which, you know, that's a fair critique, but, you know, hopefully we can all still remain somewhat civilized and you know, not pray that I die or say that I'm ruining the indie animation scene, because, you know, as funny as those statements are, and, you know, with the pride that I wear them, I still, you know, I feel like it's a little unfair for the people who are, you know, who are actually ruining the indie animation scene. I'll let you, I'll let your own prejudices decide who that's gonna be. But yeah, all right, bye bye, champ. Good hustle.